Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account, and it's kind of crazy to think that after an extended amount of time, we finally do have Eugene built out. We were also focusing on Kelthon as well, and also looking at the heroes that we've been getting out of AFK Arena. It's kind of incredible to see that a majority of them are not being used anywhere. So we're talking about Adrian and Elise. Of course, they have not really shown anywhere, and if you don't have that plus 40 signature item, especially not shown anywhere at all, we're starting to see them possibly in the treasure scramble or maybe a niche one-off formation. But again, for a majority of players, building it to a plus 40 signature item doesn't make a difference. Now, we also thought that we would see a big difference possibly from Braun. Overall, we don't see him anywhere. Literally, he's a little bit too slow. Not even seeing him within the Graveborn Tower. So looking at, again, a couple of heroes that are kind of a hard pass right now based on the AFK Arena, based on the utility, that heroes that have been out for now a couple different weeks, we're not really seeing anywhere, which rings the same true with Kelthon. So unfortunately, Kelthon, we are not seeing at all anymore. I haven't seen him anywhere, maybe a niche formation in the treasure scramble, but overall, a lot of players were saying his build kind of based on how he looked, that we were going to see him in a bunch of different formations. And unfortunately, as of now, that is not the case either. So we're kind of a swing and a miss for 1, 2, and 3 heroes right there, which means good thing you don't have to build them. We have to see what is coming down the pipeline. Now, of course, Eugene, for a majority of players, we did build out Eugene in his entirety, which over the last 6 months, we built out this hero. And again, getting him to the point, I don't know if I'm going to do a plus 40 signature item on him, because in a lot of formations that I'm going to show you in just a minute, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of utility with the hero as far as the damage. Now, of course, with the magical efficiency, with the SP effect that he does have, you can actually go in here and do a considerable amount of damage, or the energy reduction from the enemy heroes. They restore some max health, they receive max health, and of course, this is keeping heroes alive, which is a really big thing. Now, of course, with him, we thought this was going to be a big game changer, thinking that he was going to be best in slot for some of these damage dealing teams. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case either. Now, of course, because we did build him out, we do have the ability to get some gear or some loot out of this heroic ship. Now, out of here, the advanced ship, of course, you're going to get some Stargazer scrolls. And again, this is free loot for pretty much everyone. Majority of players already have him at Mythic Plus. Some of them, if you didn't get them out of the Temporal Rift, you might be that 1 copy shy, meaning that you're going to have to wait for the reset within the guild store to get that copy, unless you want to go ahead and burn through a ton of summons to actually get the copies out of there. Now, in addition, guys, we do get red chests out of here. So building them to a plus 30 gave us 25 back right there. We did the furniture on him, which again gave us 5,000 Pokecoins right back there. Another 250 right here for our elemental cores. A lot to build these heroes, which is the reason why, even looking down here, building out the dancers, building out Braum, if there's a hero or if there's a point in the future that these heroes are going to be used, we actually have the ability because we already do have them built out. Now, I want to finish out Kelthon. I believe I'm 2 copies at this point from getting his animated frame. I do like this animated, or the animated avatar. I do like the animated avatar. Very, very cool. So we can put some furniture on him, possibly put some engraving on him. Again, just because we really do have the mats at this time. But unfortunately, looking, and I kind of went through this quite a bit, looking at a majority of teams, we're not seeing most of these heroes used anywhere. So even looking at Chan right here, again, we have the old school team, which interesting enough, we see Estrilda in here and we see Saurus in here, still have the awakened version of Baden, which is dominating in here. We still do have Gavis. And then of course we do have, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but we do have the awakened version of Athelia. And then we do have, and again, I don't know, maybe I'm losing it, but awakened version of Lycan here. I'll remember his name in just a second. Now the dancers are in here, but like I said, for a majority of players, if you don't have it, and his name's Liberta, I forgot. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but if you look at the dancers right here, the plus 40 signature item is literally the only reason to build them. If you don't have the plus 40 signature item, this formation actually changes. In here, we have the awakened version of Belinda as we normally see it. And here, look at this. We're still running. That is right. That is Raku in there. And then, of course, in here, we're running Yennefer in this combination. Again, for the best in slot, kind of interesting. But as you can see, short of the dancers in here, there is no Braum. We're not seeing Kelthon. We are not seeing a majority of the heroes really built wherever. Even looking in here, you know, at Eugene, I don't believe Eugene is being used in here either, being built out in their entirety. Now, of course, when we come to the Nightmare Corridor, this is about the burst damage we're doing in here. Even checking out Blossom, boom, we have Crescio still in here. Now, you'll see right here, this is the SP effect that we were talking about with Eugene, giving the survivability right here with Scarlet in here, making a big difference. Now, the rest of these, the original version of Baden, again, kind of broken right there. But as you can see from all of these teams just kind of running through, we're not seeing Kalthar, we're not seeing Braum, we're not even seeing the twins in this one. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't think they're going to be used. Again, could change depending on some of the future heroes that we see within AFK Arena. But I do want to hop in here, do some summons with the Magician's Hat. We're looking for some Stargazer Scrolls. So unfortunately, we don't get any right there, or some Awakened. I will always take some of our time emblems in here. There's some time emblems. Again, no Stargazer Scrolls. Now, out of here, we kind of went back and forth with the exchange. Damia, very, very good, solid choice. But of course, you're only going to get one copy. Red chest in here, pretty good. Also the cores and also baits if you're under that 18 beast resonance. 12 is essentially where you want a baseline, but getting to 18 on a lot of different beasts will make a big difference. Me personally, I'm going to go ahead and buy these cores just for the simple fact that I used the cores on Eugene. I'm out. I used them on Source. I used them on a couple different heroes to really build them out, meaning we are short on cores. Want to pick up some more cores out of there. Now, of course, Circus Tour, you can go in. Lost Spire, we're pretty much farmed out. Temple Rift, the same. Isle of Gold, I still do have the exact same setup that we did last night. Just sitting here, leveling all these up, just farming our resources. Then, of course, in the Noble Tavern, we're going to go ahead. We'll do a couple summons in here. 27 scrolls. Now, we've been getting these out of the event that is up right now. 10 scrolls a day, which again, if we get someone, great. If we don't, it kind of is what it is. There's a copy of Aethys, which Aethys is almost built out at this point. Let's see if we can get another copy. I think this will take him to 4 stars if we do, which there is Tassie. That's just going to be kind of a food. We're actually just going to go for fodder heroes in there. Then, of course, we have 10 cards out of here. Still looking where there's Kelthin, right there's Melkery. Still looking for a couple heroes in here, and boom. There we go, guys. We need one. I believe we are 1 copy away. Let me make sure that we don't have that other copy. There's Aethys, and again, that takes him to 4 stars. Might have to build him up with some higher engraving. Again, still going to wait and see. I'm holding tight onto the mats that I have right now to see essentially what we get. I want to make sure I quick buy, of course, when it comes to our time emblem. But could we pull him with our last final summons? It would be very, very cool to get 1 single copy of him from a single summon. Come on, we got 2 more. Last one. Is it going to be a copy? Which it is not, just some more resources, but that's okay. Again, every single time that we do a copy in here, every time we do a summons, it is 1 closer to essentially building them out. Now, of course, we do have a considerable amount of Pokecoins. We have a couple of heroes that are very, very well built. We also have Vika there that we're building out a little bit. We have Brahmin here. On Kelthin, we got a little bit of furniture as well as Eugene. Now, one point to note out here is making sure that you're building them 111, 222, 333, which I'll show you if we get another piece of furniture. This was actually a comment, so big shout out to YouTube. I forget exactly who dropped it in there, but they made the comment that you do get marginal returns when you're doing a multitude of furniture. So what we mean by that, and there we go, we do have Vika maxed out, which again, Vika not seeing a lot of play in a lot of different game modes, but I'm going to swap another Awakened hero. Let's see who we have that we kind of want to build. We could go in here for, I'm thinking maybe Liberta, maybe Lavatoon, maybe build out just a few more. I'm going to drop Lavatoon in here. Again, just to build up his build a little bit higher, get him built up a little bit further. We'll do, what do we got? 18,000 right here. Been amassing some Pokecoins again, a couple different events in here, getting some really, really good builds. There's Liberta. Liberta is kind of already built out, and I'll show you again what I'm talking about with the furniture in just a minute. There is a copy for Kelthin. That gives us, I believe, 2 for Kelthin already. And of course, we're going to have some red on the table. We have 1 for Belinda right there, giving us 7 on the table. We already have 2 in the bag. So we have 9 of 9 furniture already built for a future hero. But like I was saying, when you look here, and if you're looking at building out these heroes, right here where we have max, 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 we have max, max 2, and then of course 1, 1, and then max. We want to make sure that we're building all of these 3. So thinking of the small furniture, all of these 3 are going to go 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, then 3, 3, 3, instead of maxing out the singular furniture that I built right here, because it is going to give you a higher return if you're building out that way, which again, Very, very cool. I did know, which this is adding the block rate. I'm going to go ahead and max this one out, giving us max right there. And again, I'm going to go 1 and 1, or essentially take it to 2 and 2, then 3 and 3. Then he'll be done. That'll be it, guys. So we are literally sitting on 3 furniture, and he will be done. Same with the awakened version of Belinda. We have 2, 1 and 1. All of these are max, so we want to make sure we do 2, 2 and 2, so we don't get as much of the diminishing returns as we're building out the rest of the furniture, giving her a little bit more tenacity in there, so we don't have to deal with as much of the crowd control. So guys, we're sitting on 7 cards. We have 2 in the bank, so we have 9 of 9 already there. Storeroom, of course, Kelton, we already have both of those built, or 2 pieces of furniture. And again, we're going to slowly build him until the place where we actually see him used in a bunch of different content. Beast Ground, we have 777, and we're looking to build up the owl up a little bit higher with the intelligence. So again, we're just going to sit here. All of my regular baits, you can see we have 3 on the side. I'm just going to bank those. I'm going to leave them right there until the point where we figure out exactly who we're going to use, just kind of based on the builds itself. I don't think that gave us enough. We have 205 right there. We already have 0.5, and then of course Seal going up 1 of 5. Definitely building them out. So 1 copy away from getting Kelton built out, because there's 2, there's 3. Yep, 1 more copy and he'll be done. But overall, guys, events, we have, of course, the Treasure Scramble coming up. Hero Swap, a couple more, Isle of Gold. And then out of here, we do have the Mystic Star Zone that is on repeat, Celebration Gathering in 2 more days. But all right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.